Hey guys, it's Grant Balfour here, ex-pitcher of the Tampa Bay Rays, Oakland Athletics, Minnesota Twins, Milwaukee Brewers, Cincinnati Reds. I just wanted to say you're watching MattieC Sports for You and Me podcast. Enjoy the show. Mattie's got a lot of great things to talk about, wide range of sports. Get on there. Hope to see you guys soon on the show. All right, guys. Take care.
On this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch.
Coming in at 320 kilobytes per second, it's time for MattieC Sports for you and me.
All right, MattieC Sports here for you and me. I always got my number one guest. We'll say number one because you're on all the time and you always have a good time on my show. Slippery Pete, Peter Barrett. What's good today, brother?
What it do, bro? It's a good day, man. I'm having a blast.
Man, you have had so many fights drop out, bro. I mean, you had two with Lacey. Dwan Owens had an injury. I don't know what it was. I can't confirm. But you haven't fought since Higa, so that's 8 months. So you must be like, you just have an you got an itch and an edge. Like, yo,
oh, dude, I'm ready to kill.
I'm scared for that. When the vest comes out, there's trouble brewing ahead.
Oh, for sure, dude. When my fucking punk rock vest comes out, everybody knows what's up. You know, it's kind of like almost like the bat signal. They know shit's about to go down.
Absolutely. And so now you have another opponent, Jacob Bohn, who we all know in the MMA world, the record is the record, whatever. Your record's yours and Jacob's is his. He last fought in Cage Titans against JoJo, and he lost that fight. So how do you feel going in against him?
I mean, I feel great. I think that stylistically, it's a good matchup. I know he's a super grappler, but, I train where I spend the most of my time is at Lozon's MMA, training with Joe and those guys. So I welcome the invitation. I invite him to try to take me down. He's going to be met with hellish elbows, incredible hips, and a wild sprawl. So I'm looking to have a real fun fight. It's the 4th of July. Like you said, dude, I haven't fought, I think, since December of last year because I split my head open in January. That delayed everything. I had a couple infections. That delayed everything. I had a baseball-sized cyst pulled out of my butt cheek. That delayed everything. So there's been a little bit of hiccups and setbacks with my body and whatnot, but I've really been focusing on getting healthy, staying fed, eating right. Thankfully, but this fight originally with Dwan, once Aaron fell out for June, right? We scrambled, tried to find a replacement, and there are no hard feelings towards Lacey. I mean, if anything, I feel for the dude. He broke like compound fracture, broke his foot clean off his leg.
Yeah, I heard it was crazy.
Devin said it was one of the grossest breaks he's ever seen. And I'm pretty sure Devin's had like back surgery twice or neck surgery twice. So, if he's telling me that this foot break is pretty bad, he's gone through the things that he's gone through, I'm going to take his word for it and just hope that the kid is able to get back to competitive fighting without missing too much. So when that happened, we found Dwan. Dwan said, yeah, I'll fight him, but, he said he'll take the fight, but not in June because he wants to fight in July. He was on his way to the UK or England or London or something for a week. And, we went as far as say, hey, we'll fight at 160 because we want to guarantee the fight. So I was going to take the fight, weight class and a half above to make sure I got the fight because I hadn't fought in so long. And like you said, records are records, but you've got these journeymen that fight fucking tough dudes and they end up with 50-50 records and they're capable of taking out undefeated prospects. So Jacob Bohn is much like Dwan, just another tough kid, comes in here a little bit better than a 50-50 record, but has the ability to finish fights and go to the distance and get his hand raised. So, with the fight being at 160, originally at 160, I was able to really just focus on training and not so much of the dieting. And, a couple weeks back, we decided that, or we found out that Owens was out and we were going to try to pick up Jacob Bohn. And obviously, him being a little bit smaller, he wanted to fight back at 155. No problem to me. So now I've been, focusing a little bit more on the diet and nutrition side and just, keeping that cardio pushed to the max.
And I know we talked nutrition last time, so today is a new day. So, so Bohn is coming in. He's been here before. I mean, you are legit Cage Titans and UFC too. So those are two good resumes on you. So going into this, I mean, do they consider it the triple threat, like the co-main event, or is it just a co-event, and then Nate Williams and Joe is the main card?
I mean, who's the other co-main event?
Isn't it Zach Sabatino?
Oh yeah, Zach's fighting Higa. That'll be a good fight to keep an eye on too. Yes. Are we both the co-mains? I don't know. I really don't care about that so much. I'd rather fight be the first fight of the night and hang out for the rest of the night, shoot the shit with everybody. But, I don't have that luxury as a Cage Titans veteran. They like to keep me to the very end.
Absolutely. I think for good reason. I mean, I always say, and Mike gave me the best tip. Mike Paulvier said, I said, oh, this is going to be the greatest card. He said, there's no such thing as a greatest card because there's always a card next. But I can say that this card is absolutely going to be stacked.
Bonkers. Absolutely fucking bonkers, dude.
Yeah. And you're the main person to fight. I mean, everybody comes out to see you.
I might not be the main event headlining that card, but I guarantee you everybody there is there to see me fight. They're all like, oh shit, Peter Barrett's fighting. We got to get out to the next Cage Titans. And this is how it was made known to me from amateurs, not even through me. It wasn't even my guys, meaning like this didn't come from a Lozon guy. This didn't come from a Sityaton guy. But it came back to me saying, when anybody in the scene sees that I'm fighting on a Cage Titans card, they do everything they can to get on that card because they know the place is going to be packed if I'm fighting.
Absolutely.
They know they're not going to have an issue selling tickets if I'm fighting. So, is that pretty freaking cool to hear? Yeah, man, it gives me goosebumps to think about shit like that. But it just also keeps that pressure high, keeps me in the gym training like a motherfucker, getting better every day so I can show up, show out, and fuck these dudes up.
And that's the thing. You're not like nothing against any other gym, but you're literally at one of the best gyms actually all your gyms are known for well-known fighters, UFC, Cage Titans, CES, everywhere. I'll
tell you what, up until I did it, Crew Mark Delagrati and Joe Lozon had never cornered together, meaning had never had the same interest in one guy. I brought those two masterminds together, two great coaches in the combat sports world. And, I can't say enough great things about the guys that I get to learn from.
And shout out to Joe Lozon, because I finally met you.
Yeah, I saw that. I was so happy for you.
Now I got to get what to be continued followers. But
Joe, I think I told you this before. Joe is very picky about whose podcasts he goes on.
yes,
And I guess, being Joe Lozon, that gives you the ability to be picky. And what did he say? He said there was like some threshold. As long as I have so many subscribers, I'll go on the podcast.
and that is perfectly okay.
And we got to get that follower count up so we can get Joe on there with you.
Well, the funny thing about Joe is he trains half the card most of the time. So you do get to say hello to him most of the time. So
for sure.
But there's I just can't believe like all the fights going on. Like you got Lionel, who's fought there for a very long time, against Bruno.
Bro, I made my pro debut against Lionel, and Lionel had already had probably 20 fights when I made my pro debut against him. This dude, he fought Chip Moraza Pollard when Chip was still fighting MMA.
Yep, and he's told me that too. He's told me that, and he's told me the party who unfortunately last card couldn't be here, but everybody wants to go to Cage Titans, and it really is true that like they pack the house, and it's fighters like you. It's Mike Paul Veer. It's even Joe Penafiel coming up here from Florida. He brings in a show, and now SBG Alabama's coming up here, and they're starting to bring the heat too.
Yeah, I mean the thing about Mike is you will not get treated better anywhere than you get treated at Cage Titans. Whether you're some guy flying in to fight the local hometown hero, or the local hometown hero, and everybody in between. Mike treats fighters the best. He takes care of guys. When he went to the UFC with everybody on the Contender Series, he was paying attention. He was seeing how they ran their shit, and he incorporated as much of it as he could to his own. He's just killing it, and that's why everybody wants to fight for him.
Exactly, and that's why I want to be media every time I go, because it's such a like cool atmosphere, and he treats the people like selling different stuff, Sean Lally's like Kill brand, and stuff like that. So I can appreciate Mike completely, and he's helped a lot of careers out. So
for sure, he helped Richie out. Richie doesn't even fight for him that often. He's just good friends with Richie. Richie fights for CES most of the time. Still, anytime Richie needs anything, he's right there to help him out. When Richie needed someone to go to Vegas with him for the Contender Series, Mike was there to help him out. Mike's just he'd give you the shirt off his back. Yeah,
and I did talk to Johnny Campbell at one point, and he said the same thing when he went to Brazil and he ripped his ear off. Mm-hmm. And Mike was right there with him. And he's like, and that's what you mean. Like, he supports every single solitary fighter. And he says, I don't go to the winner at first. I go to the person who lost the thing. And he says, did you have fun? Well, no. And it's like, well, is it because you lost? He said, yeah. But it's like, did you have fun in the complete sense? And that's what's cool about him. He'll go to you and say, hey, is everything all right? And I respect that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what other promotions do, but, if you're an out-of-town guy here and you need to go to the store and, down in Plymouth, you're not getting an Uber. You're not. Give Mike a call. Mike, oh, yeah, give me a minute. Let me call one of my guys. He sends one of his guys over there to take the out-of-town fighters to the store to make sure they got everything they fucking need. Like, you can't get better service than that.
And shout out to Weymouth, Mr. Barrett, behind you.
Yeah, I'm at the Stetson building right now, baby.
My hometown, right past the Bing where you're from.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I could never escape Route 18. I always thought I'd end up out west, and here I am, 35 years old, driving up and down the same fucking streets as I grew up on.
Oh, the fucking Route 18.
Miserable, man.
Construction every half a mile.
Well, like Route 18 is just littered with fucking stoplights and terrible drivers.
The terrible drivers always like confide in finding you.
I mean, let's not paint the picture that I'm the common denominator of bad drivers, because if the bad drivers are following me, it's probably just me. I'm a very defensive driver, you know?
That's okay. So, you defensively always save a ticket for me, so I appreciate that.
I gotta help everybody out as much as I can.
Oh, and
plus, hey, I'm putting my t-shirt order in this week. I got one coming for your daughter all day.
See, you read my mind, man. The Bing and Weymouth are together, and we know what the hell we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. So tell everybody about your 17th design you came up with.
So we originally we were going to do the Arm & Hammer.
Yes.
Because, like, why not? You know, we could have a little, we were going to think about maybe have a little bit of fun with it, make some cocaine references to Fun Dip, the whole thing. But
going skiing, baby.
Yeah, we decided that in the spirit of the 4th of July to go with more of a red, white, and blue design. And we had a little bit of fun with the Cracker Jack setup, and it's going to be a Slippery Pete spin on the Cracker Jack logo.
Now, if y'all see that shirt that he's got right here, he's got the dope shit. I mean, I got 4 of them. My wife has 2 of them. So obviously he comes out with good shit. So y'all people see this stuff, follow his Instagram, follow his Facebook, follow whatever. And he says it's on sale, get that shit because it goes away quick.
And you guys are probably going to see this before the fight. The t-shirts, I've done order forms and shipped shit out in the past. And quite frankly, sometimes my follow through is terrible. So I still got shirts for people that I've never mailed. I'm doing cash only, cash in hand, cash on delivery. Motherfuckers, you got to see me in person to get one of these shirts. That's how we're doing it.
Yep. And where else can they find you besides your dope truck?
Dude, I live in this thing, seriously. But, you know, I'm at Lozon's 4 days a week. I'm up in Somerville a few days a week. I work in West Bridgewater at the Barrett's Ale House, the old Charlie Horse. I'm there 3 nights a week. Shoot me a message on Instagram. We can always link up. I've got some standing inventory of some old shirts, some of the double bubbles, some of the Krispy Kremes, some of the highlights, you know, all that high class white trash stuff that you really want to put on every day. I've got that for you. So we always open to get after it.
It's so funny you said high class white trash because I was listening to Big B, and that's the name of his album right there.
Yeah.
You know that stuff. I love it. But yeah, so what is it? What else do you plan on doing for this fight? Is there any other little few kinks you got left to do for this fight?
Well, quite frankly, because I was anticipating fighting at 160, I've been walking at about 170 to 173. Now that I'm fighting at 155, I've been on a high-fat, high-protein keto diet to drop a few pounds and just drop the carbs right away. And quite frankly, that sucks. It's not as fun. It's not as tasty. I'm always fucking thirsty, and I've been peeing like a madman. So that being said, the only thing up my sleeve is that damn weight.
All righty then. Well, I know all about you discussing with me last time about weight drop or weight gain. So you're teaching people, so I know you can. I know you could do it yourself. That's cake for you. I mean, it sucks, but more power to you, man. More power to you.
On paper, it is incredibly easy. To follow through with it and to have the discipline to get it done is a whole other conversation. Principles, the actual seeing it through every day, difficult, and it's like us, it's not, just because you figure it out one time doesn't mean you figure it out every time. It's always something new. There's always something you got to change or tweak, and there's always an answer. You just got to find it.
Dude, I'm amazed at what you're doing right now with chowing on the food and making Willy Wonka fucking fizzy lifting drinks going like this.
I have my coffee in a thermos, but it's too hot to drink out of the thermos. So I have a little glass mason jar that I let the coffee cool off in before I drink it.
Unreal, man.
There's methods to my madness.
I was just gonna say. So, Slippery Pete, my final question is, how much fucking fun are you gonna have at Cage Titans July 2nd?
Dude, I am gonna be partying my ass off from the minute I walk in that door to the minute I get my hand raised. I mean, we're looking at some high action, highly calculated violence. It's going to be a fucking banger. We're looking to start the weekend off right. Like, not that I need an excuse to party for a few days for the 4th of July, but it's going to be that much sweeter after getting my hand raised. That's for damn sure. I'm just really looking forward to fighting, and I have so much fun while I'm in there. Even when I'm getting hit in the face, you can always see me smiling at these motherfuckers. I can only imagine what these people think when they hit me in the face and I just grin at them like, what kind of sick, twisted fuck is standing across the cage from me? Like, what's really going on when they just see me smile at them as they hit me in the face? I don't know, but I mean, I've always wanted to ask.
I promise you this time, Pete, that I will not drop my fucking C4 energy drink on the goddamn table. I was so pissed. Shout out to C4 Energy.
Hell yeah.
But yes, Mr. Barrett, I know you're going to demonstrate some highly calculated violence right now. And so for the 1,000th time, how many, where can they follow you at?
Sure. So Instagram is where I'm probably most active. Currently on my 3rd shadow ban. I just got a notification today saying that I had put up a post about how poor diet is more likely to cause skin cancer than not wearing sunblock. And those trusty fact checkers at Instagram told me that a poor diet cannot cause cancer. Which I don't know if you have anything called common sense, but we can see that these guys are just on a complete overreach of power there. So I'm on Instagram. You might have to look a little bit. You might have to search directly for my name, Slippery Pete 145, to actually get me. But that's where I am most active. You can get me on Facebook. You search Peter Barrett or Slippery Pete. You get my athlete page, my personal page. And I'm on TikTok. I'm not really super active. I usually just end up on like wormholes over there watching conspiracy theory shit. But outside of that, man, come get me in real life. I'm at Barrett's in West Bridgewater, the old Charlie horse right there, 24 and 106. And I'm there Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights. We have a good time.
He's around the fucking South Shore. That's where he is.
I'm everywhere.
He's everywhere. Around the world, around the globe. That's where he's at. So, So Pete, you had something stupid with Instagram, right? Where somebody tags you.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The shadow ban. It'll say,
"Oh,
are you
okay,
sure Are you sure
Gotcha.
you want to tag this account? This account continually shares information that goes against approved whatever from these fact checkers." Oh, dude, what an asshole! You got a beautiful dog, but you broke down. Oh, not good. Broke it down BMW middle lane, right at the Braintree split heading into Boston. Hit 3 beautiful pit bulls in the car with them. I hope they stay safe. Yeah, so Instagram doesn't like my content. They don't like that I share stuff that says, Fauci's a piece of shit liar, that says, Biden's administration is directly responsible for the inflation and that it has nothing to do with the war in Ukraine. The chairman of the Fed today was on video today. For the record, inflation was high before Ukraine. Inflation continued at the same rate before Ukraine that it is now, and that it is a direct response to the current administration's policies, not due to the war in Ukraine. That was another post, boom, flag hit. So without making it anything more than it needs to be, get at me on Instagram. I keep things incredibly interesting, I promise you.
Yes, and if you're gonna tag them, all you have to do is press one fucking button, and that's mention anyway.
It's true.
So, Slippery Pete, July 2nd in Plymouth Memorial Hall. Tickets are on sale. I don't know if you have any tickets left, Pete.
I'm getting real low. I do still have tickets. I'll have tickets this weekend. My front rows are completely gone. I think I have 3 or 4 cage side, or I apologize. I have 3 or 4 floor seats. Cage side's all gone. And then, a handful of mezzanine and a handful of balcony.
Yep, and go to Cage Titans FC website or support another fighter. All helps them out.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, Slippery Pete, Peter Barrett, always welcome on the show. I know you'll come back because you're the shit. And
we always have fun, Matty.
Yep, and we'll have fun again. Make sure you give a quick hello in the winner's room. I think you'll make an entrance in positive ways.
Oh yeah, for sure, but we'll be hanging out after the fight, no doubt.
Absolutely. So everybody, this is MattieC Sports for you and me. Follow Pete. Go see Pete at Plymouth Memorial Hall. Much love to you all, and thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks for watching MattieC Sports for you and me. Make sure to follow Matty Cameron on Twitter at MattCameron23, or follow him on Instagram at MattieC23, or subscribe to his YouTube channel, MattieC Sports for you and me. Once again, thanks for watching.